Happy Monday, YouTube. So, guys, I wanted to get you guys on a call for all of you guys that are buying inbounds. You're new to telesales. And I wanted to give you guys a little glimpse of what our training consists of. Basic, easy, and as my friend Jody Macbeth says, let's keep it simple. So today I'm working with one of our customer agents, Amber, and she works for a pretty big company selling final expense and a bunch of other good products. And she was looking for a solution in terms of a better lead source, quality. So she started in on inbounds, and we're a week into working with her and training and developing. And today we're spending time with her. So she's been gracious enough to join us here this morning on this training. And again, right now I was on a call and I'm going to let you guys listen in. One of my calls that I just took 30 minutes ago was of a person that called into one of our ads. And, at the time I was pitching somebody else. So I called them back and made my presentation. Again, these are people that are looking for a final expense quote or interested, and it's up to me to make the sale and close it. Is it perfect? No. And in this particular case, did I close the deal, Amber? No,
Oh,
I didn't. But we're going to let you guys listen into what happened. But here's the beauty of working a lead system is that, yes, I understand I'm not going to close 100% of the leads that I work. I know that. And you should know that too. But I also know that I'm going to close a high percentage. Last week, I closed over 40% of the inbounds that I worked, 15 applications, $14,000 in annualized premium. So when you look at it from that point of view, wow, it's amazing. But again, you're not going to close everybody. But what we do know is that by working inbounds of quality leads, of people that are searching for me and you to talk about final expense, well, we know that our chances of closing those leads are going to be a lot higher. So my goal today for you guys is, again, to see a little glimpse of what our training consists of, a little bit, but it revolves around you being able to follow a simple, basic script from the moment in time you pick up the phone, as well as following a basic closing strategy that works most of the time. Again, nothing's perfect, but if you follow this basic training system that we have, we're going to guarantee you 40% minimum conversion ratios on the first time you pick up the phone. So with that said, I want to share with you guys the phone call from this morning. And in fact, this morning, I've already submitted one application. And the last presentation that I just did, obviously, I didn't close it out. Unfortunately, the lady had a direct express card, not a checking or banking, and that happens. There's nothing you can do. Absolutely nothing. But again, it's not about closing 100%. It's about closing a big percentage of your leads. So check this out. Listen in. Follow along. Ask yourself if you can follow this sales script. It's an inbound pitch. If you can follow it, that's step one. And then second of all, can you close it? And closing is a whole different training that we do with our agents. But for today, I want you guys just to hear what this introduction and sales presentation sounds like. And then we'll get to working with Amber because she's working on her script. So let's go ahead and check it out. Listen in, guys. And there's going to be parts of it that I have to mute so you guys don't get all the information. Check it out. So this was 30, 40 minutes ago. And just follow along. And this was of a lead that was waiting to talk to me. My assistant picked up and I was calling them back. So the first time I called back, no answer. And you can hear, right, Amber?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Hello, Rita? Hello, Rita? You there?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mrs. Rita. I am sorry for putting you on hold so long earlier. I know that when you talked to my assistant, that you were looking to get this insurance. I was just on the phone helping somebody set it up. You understand? So I apologize for that. Second of all, I wanted to get back to you on the information. Again, my name is Lauro Pereira. And Mrs. Reed, I got your last name is Perkins, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, your date of birth is 1/10/1956.
Yes, sir.
Today's date is April 17th, 2023. And you're in the state of Kansas.
Yes.
I have here I see here you're looking to get more information on our final expense funeral insurance policies. Great. Mrs. Rita, was this quote for yourself or was it for a level? The quote for funeral insurance, were you looking for this for yourself or a level?
It's for myself.
For you? All right. Well, again, you don't require no medical exam. I'm simply going to ask you some questions right over the telephone, okay? So,
Yes, sir.
just give me a yes or no. And let me ask you this. In the last 12 months, have you used any form of tobacco products? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Is the proposed insured currently hospitalized in a nursing facility or receiving hospice care?
No.
Confined to a wheelchair, bed, or use oxygen equipment to assist in breathing? Is a member of the medical profession ever diagnosed or treated for acquired immune deficiency syndrome, AIDS, AIDS-related complex, ARC, or have you tested positive for the human immunodeficiency virus for the purpose of obtaining insurance or any immune deficiency disease besides HIV?
No.
Has the proposed insured ever been diagnosed as having or been treated for congestive heart failure or had or been recommended to have an organ transplant? Yes or no?
No.
Insulin shot, diabetic coma, amputation caused by disease, or taken insulin shots prior to age 30? Yes or no?
2030.
Yes, ma'am.
Night or day?
Before age 30, were you taking insulin? Yes or no?
Oh, the age of 30.
Yes.
No.
Dementia, Alzheimer's disease, or mental incapacity? Yes or no?
No.
During the past 18 months, has the proposed insured been diagnosed as having a stroke, an aneurysm, cardiomyopathy, or circulatory surgery? Yes or no?
No.
How about angina, chest pain, heart attack, or failure, or heart surgery?
No.
During the the past 24 months, has the proposed insured been diagnosed as having or been treated for internal cancer, melanoma, or leukemia,
No.
cirrhosis, liver disease, kidney failure, including dialysis, chronic kidney disease, or systemic lupus?
No.
During the past 18 months, has the proposed insured been diagnosed as having as a condition where you expect to result in death within 12 months?
No.
Been advised by a medical professional to have any diagnostic testing which has not been completed or for which the results have not been received? Yes or no?
No.
Have you been recommended to have a treatment or counseling for alcohol or drug abuse? Yes or no?
No.
Now, during the past 24 months, has the proposed insured been diagnosed as having or been treated for stroke, angina, chest pain, heart attack, cardiomyopathy? Yes or no?
No.
Heart circulatory surgery, including a pacemaker, heart valve replacement, bypass, angioplasty, stent implant, or any procedure to improve circulation to the heart or brain?
No.
During the past 24 months, has the proposed insured been diagnosed as having or been treated for emphysema, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, or tuberculosis, TB?
No.
Neuromuscular disease, including multiple sclerosis, Lou Gehrig's disease, epilepsy, or Parkinson's? Yes or no?
No.
Bear with me real quick, okay, ma'am?
Okay.
I want to add one of our customer agents that I'm working with. Hey, Amber, good morning. Amber, I have a customer on the line, and I know we have a training here in the next 10 minutes. So I just wanted to merge you in. Then once we're done here, we'll get into our training, all right? I have a live client. And Miss Rita, are you there?
Yes.
All right. Mrs. Rita, I asked you a question on dementia, Alzheimer's disease, or mental incapacity. You said no. Can you please give me your full name and what today? Okay, Rita Perkins. And Rita, what's today's date, ma'am? Okay, Miss Rita, thank you so much for that. With that said, Mrs. Rita, let me ask you this. What is your actual birthday?
January 10th, 1956. I'm born in Mississippi.
You're born in Mississippi.
Yep.
All right, bear with me. Said that was February 10th, ma'am?
No, January.
January. Yeah. What year is that? 19 what?
56.
56. Said no on the tobacco, and you're in the state of Kansas currently, right?
All right.
67 years young, no tobacco. Okay. Well, ma'am, I do want to congratulate you, Mrs. Perkins, because based on what you shared with me so far, it does look like you qualify. But I have one more question for you. What type of prescription medications are you currently taking? For what conditions?
Three different strengths.
And you're taking that for what condition?
Huh?
What conditions are you taking that for?
Thyroid leg syndrome. And see, I get Toshiba, Santosa, and Jordan is my diabetic medicine.
Taking some diabetic medications. Anything else prescribed?
Well, let's see, restless leg syndrome. I guess my vitamin D deficiency. Let's see, high blood pressure, status. Make no idea, I'll have to give it.
And is that insulin or is that just a pill form like metformin?
No metformin, no. Taking Toshiba, it's in a pen. Santosa, it's in a pen. And then I take it Jordan, that is a tablet, I take at night.
And all this is for your diabetes, right?
Yeah. But I got more, but I don't know what those all for.
Do you know what conditions you're taking those are for? What other conditions you're taking meds for? No, I mean, what other conditions you're taking those medications for that you don't know what they are? You know what other conditions you're taking medications for?
Mostly no. I think I got estrogen. Because I had a hysterectomy.
Let me stop you guys for a little bit here. If you ask all the questions on the application of the company that you're leading with, these are very specific applications based on questions and answers. Then medications. The better that you do at asking all these questions, you'll notice that your non-taken ratios, will be very, very, very low because most of the people that you bring to the interview will qualify and not be rejected. How many times have you gone through the underwriting and you did like a real basic, do you have heart, liver, lung problems, and you quoted them, you got to the interview or the underwriter and they didn't qualify? Why? Because something else showed up. So don't let this discourage you. If you feel like this takes forever, this is necessary to write good quality business. So let's continue listening. Yeah. You haven't had any fluctuation in your weight or weight gain in the past, in the near past, nothing unexplained. All right. Well, again, Mrs. Rita, it does appear that you qualify for one of our best programs. And, most of the folks that I talk to these days, they're faced with a high cost of debt. I've been doing this now going on 20 years. And, I don't know if you're aware of this, but the average funeral in the state of Kansas is costing anywhere from $6,000 to $15,000. And that's a lot of money. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
So what I do is that I help my clients, do two things. First, pay for those arrangements, those costs by setting up some funeral insurance here today. Second of all, we provide a memorial guide that allows you the ability to write down all your wishes. So that way your family doesn't have to scramble at the time of your passing. Now, the name of the company is Royal Neighbors of America, and I'm going to share with you the features and the benefits of their policy. Now, Royal Neighbors of America is located in Rock Island, Illinois. They've been paying claims now for 125 years. This is a permanent whole life policy that is guaranteed for the rest of your life. Your premiums never increase, your benefits never decrease. And as I mentioned, we don't do no medical exams to qualify. We simply ask you a few simple questions over the telephone. But most importantly, we pay our claims within 24 hours of receiving the required paperwork. Now, do you know why we pay claims so fast?
No.
The reason that the insurance company pays claims so fast is real simple. See, they understand that when we leave this world, it's going to be one of the challenging days in your family's life because you're gone and you're not coming back. So what we do is that we step in, just like if you were still alive, and cash out the claim. And it really is at that point in time that the funeral homes need the money. They don't extend credit or any of that. They need dollar for dollar. And it truly is, Mrs. Rita, the last gift of love that we leave our loved ones. The choice is whether we do something about it today or our loved ones are forced to do it later. As the saying goes, no one ever plans to fail. We simply fail to plan. Do you agree? So,
Yeah.
I'm looking at 3 different policies that you qualified for. Regardless if you wanted to be cremated or buried, here are 3 options. And the first one is going to be for $20,000, Rita. And that's $97.95. Yeah. The next one is $15,000. That's $4.55. And then we'll go with the third option of $10,000. That's $51.50. Look, while you're deciding on which one of those policy amounts you want to go with, yeah, the last one I said was $10,000 for $51.15. Okay,
$4.15.
a month, yes, ma'am. So when you're deciding on which one of those you want to go with, just let me confirm some of the information that we have. Your first name is Rita, R-I-T-A. Last name is Perkins, P-E-R-K-I-N-S. Middle name is D. So, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't close Miss Rita because she had a direct express card, but she picked an option. She wanted to go with $10,000. And I had Amber on that call. But when it came to the banking coordinates, what happened? She didn't have a checking account or a savings account, but that had nothing to do with the lead quality, because at the end of the day, I was still able to make a presentation, share with her exactly the information that she was calling into the ad for, and doing my dead level best to close them out at that point in time. So if you guys can duplicate this script that I'm sharing here with you and work inbounds of people that are calling into our final expense advertisement, I'll guarantee you 40%. Do the math. If you follow this script, I'll guarantee you 40%. If you don't follow the script, if you do your own take on it, your own twist, then I can't deliver the 40% because you're doing your own show, your own deal. And that's not what this is about. It's about being very, very specific of a sales process as well as a close. And our close is very simple, very effective, but you have to execute it. And here we are today. I'm working with Amber, and Amber's a client. She works for a good organization. She's new on the telephones. But Amber, can you share with everybody that's listening in, without dropping any names, but what some of your challenges have been, working with, high quality leads, some of the challenges you faced while I drink my Jarrito?
So the good thing is that they're already inquiring about life insurance. You just have to take over it. However, there are many, many objectives that you have to overcome. And it can be overpowering if you don't know how to maneuver through those. So that's where I struggle in that area specifically. A few other ones, but mainly that one. And you have to know how to overcome objectives or you'll, just crumble. So
And it's true.
the learning process.
Getting through the hello to the closing questions, it's easier said than done because you can have a client try to tell you they have to leave or, they have to think about it. Or in this case, my client had a direct express card. Fortunately, I didn't get to even addressing that issue when, I lost the call, but that happens. The most important thing for all of you guys that are new is not to get bummed out when that happens. It's to work the system. Understand that not everyone is going to buy. They might pick out an option, they might agree with you on what they need, but they never become a policy. That happens. But you will close a percentage of people that will allow you to stay in the business. So that's why 40% we guarantee if you follow this basic script, and obviously there's more to the training for all of you guys watching. For that, you got to make an order. But Amber, again, talked about the challenge of dealing with some of these smaller objections that show up way before you get to the close. And that's the purpose of the training with Amber. For the record, I make no money on any of Amber's sales, correct, Amber? Zero.
This is
Nothing.
true.
The compensation I make and my company makes is on the fact that Amber is a client here with us buying leads. Our thinking is if she buys 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 orders, we have a long-term client. And the only way Amber is going to stay in the game long-term is if she has success. So here we are going through some training because she's a part of the training program that has the 40% guarantee. And the goal here today with me and her is to work on her script. Is it perfect? Is it memorized? Is it fluent? And then second is working on how to control the call throughout the presentation, the distractions. And the ultimate finale is the close. We cover all of these points in our training, and it costs you nothing. The only thing that it costs you is your commitment and your effort to apply what I show you. Amber's new here as a client to us, and she can bear witness to this that I get on the phone myself. In fact, in several occasions as we review her leads, I've spent time where we listen into the audio, and then after I make an attempt to call the lead that maybe she talked to. Or if not, maybe she missed the call. I make an attempt to call that missed call. And Amber can attest to that being fact. And the reason I do that, ladies and gentlemen, is because it comes down to something very basic. If you have success, we have success. And would you agree with that, Amber? That in several occasions I've done that with you, and here we are on the same journey, correct?
Absolutely.
Making those phone calls. And sometimes those calls, guys, have been to people that Amber already spoke to. And Amber has to listen to me make that phone call again. The reason we do that is because sometimes agents might have missed something, and we just come back in there and help them, try to salvage. If there's anything there to salvage. Sometimes there is, but more importantly, the training experience is, very, very valuable. So with that said, to everybody here listening, I hope this helped you guys get a better idea on how this training works. It's all revolving around following a basic inbound script that you got to follow through step by step. You got to make it yours. You got to make it personalized, but you got to follow what's in it. This script has been designed with the sales process in mind and a simple close that works every single time. Not perfect, but it works. So with that said, give me a call. Let's get you guys an order in. If you need the training, I'll be more than happy to, spend some time with you and your team and help you with that. So you guys have a blessed day. Let's make it happen this week. Peace.